setup for a new game was completely different from what anyone was used to. So a couple of technical issues, but we're back in it, and we're in it with EvH once again. They're going to be playing against Paradigm6. EvH, fantastic first round against Entropy. We're just loading in. Looks like we're having a couple of troubles still trying to load in. New patch is always fun, filled with bugs. Paradigm6 ended up in semis last season, so relatively decent team. So let's have a look and see exactly how we're going to be going. Just as we're trying to load in, we will be loading into Dorado as well. So EvH adjusted already to Dorado. They've played on Dorado today. They won on Dorado today as well. Looks like we've been sent back to the motto. We're just waiting to try and get back into Dorado. EvH really strong on the defense. They held that point very well. Almost let them slip into chokehold. Maybe something like Paradigm6, a team who are a little bit more experienced as a team. Definitely a stronger team than Entropy. Maybe once we see Paradigm6 come up against EvH, if they leave them a window like they did against Entropy, EvH will manage to shut that trap very quick and stop Entropy from pushing through. But Paradigm6 might be a bit more punishing. So we'll have to see. Gunbelt, remember, is an incredibly aggressive Reinhardt player as well. As here we go. We've managed to load through onto Dorado. Into the best of 3. Let's see how we're going to do here. Shui hovering the... Shui is hovering the Sombra. Sorry, forget my character names there. Looks like we're going to have a quick restart. So you guys on the stream won't be able to see exactly what I'll see, but I'll give you a quick breakdown of everything that's going to be going on as we're going to load through. First up on defense will be, I'll tell you in 2 seconds. So we're going to have Paradigm6 coming through on the defense, first of all. And it's going to be, oh, we're going through into the lobby again. More talking. Right. Shui, let's talk about him. He couldn't really seem to make his mind up last season. Played a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Fantastic Genji player. Fantastic Mei player. So his defense on Mei was really strong. Asterix, I'm going to keep my eye on him, and I'd like everyone else to keep their eye on him as well for this next round. Him on Ana, he was playing so well. Every bio grenade, every engage, landed onto multiple enemies to stop the healing. Wasn't using them defensively, using very offensively. He managed to land himself play the game with his Ana play. Not something we're all massively used to. Seeing Ana get play of the game. Hitman, when he picks up the Widowmaker, fantastic sniper. Managed to pick up a crazy amount of headshots on that first round on Dorado, and then also played it at the beginning of King's Row as well. And he was extremely oppressive on it. He's showing a lot of ability to flex and move around. So he played the Widowmaker perfectly, and then he knew when his Widowmaker was up. He knew when he didn't need to play it anymore. He knew when he'd done his job, so he switched. And that's something I like to see in a player, is a player being able to get that switch, get that swap out. Because hopefully we're going to load through into Dorado this time. We'll actually get to see some Overwatch action. Gotiki, again, a player I want to keep my eye on. Impressed me last season. Unfortunately, didn't do quite enough to pull himself through. But let's see how he's going to come out here in this next round. So still seems to have some kind of trouble loading into the game. Hopefully that'll be sorted. So obviously we're still sticking on this tank meta. I can't remember repeating myself, going in circles, but tank meta, we generally see 3 or 2 tanks coming through. Entropy did roll 3 tanks for a little bit at the beginning of King's Row. Didn't work out. They did switch off it. We are liking the surge in the Winston. Winston was a character we didn't really see too much last season. Just due to the fact that Winston was maybe weaker in comparison to things like D.Va. His team fight was more to spread people apart while you were looking for the wombo combos last season, so you're looking to keep them together, especially if you had someone like a D.Va on your team. And obviously what Winston does is he knocks everyone around with his ultimate, so he did spread them apart. However, this flank and tank is working out so strong, and that's why you run the D.Va or the Winston. And Winston has a really, really good job of getting onto that backline. He's got the shield to keep himself alive within there. Obviously, D.Va does have that to an extent as well, but his ability to kind of get around is a bit crazy. Still struggling to get ourselves into Dorado here, unfortunately. So hopefully we'll get that up and running fairly soon. Guys, let us know while we've kind of got ourselves a little small chance to catch our breath. Let me know in the Twitch chat. I've got it open this time so I can see what you guys are saying. Who do you think's got the edge? Did you watch last season? Do you think Paradigm6 have got it, or do you reckon they're at EvH with that win, with that kind of morale boost they've already had? Do you reckon they've got anything in them? So I'll take a sip of water and see what you guys say. Looks like we're going to go back into the thing one more time. Having a bit of problems getting myself into the game here, guys. So hopefully we'll have that sorted soon. It's always fun when you try to run a tournament and they drop a patch, which means for some reason you can't get into a game. So why I like to have Chronicler here. Get to speak to him. Try and enter the game one more time. Jeff, unless it's a name change, is actually a new lineup to Paradigm6. So I'm interested to see what kind of role he'll be filling in the team, and how he'll do. Solex, if I remember right, was a big Reaper player last season. Really strong on the offense. Really strong player. So let's see how that will work out as well. Trying to load ourselves through into the game, seeing what's going on here. Well, we got a chance. I might as well talk to the Twitch chat. Who do you like? What maps do you favor, guys? What's your favorite kind of map? What would you like to see as well? Because obviously, we do get a kind of variance of maps in this tournament. It's quite fun. We do get to see things like Nabani. We do get to see things like Egypt. I'd like to see what kind of maps you would like to see. What are your maps you like to play on? Still having a couple of problems trying to load in, unfortunately. But we'll hopefully be up and running fairly soon. XI on the side of Paradigm6, fantastic Lucio player. Now, it sounds weird to say someone's a good Lucio player because obviously it feels when you're playing Lucio, when you're playing with a Lucio, all they do is just stand around and heal you. His ultimates were on point last season. He knew when to land that sound barrier, knew when to stop the engage and also start the engage. His ultimate was always so on point and always so well timed. And not only is that like a tribute to Paradigm6's communication as a team, maybe something that EvH might struggle against because obviously Entropy seemed a little bit all over the place there. Communication wasn't quite on point, wasn't quite what you'd expect from a tournament like this. We obviously EvH really shown through. Communication is key in a game like this. XI, what you normally see on a Lucio player is they're generally the one making the calls because they're not so micro and macro kind of intensive on like the actual hero's mechanic. So what you like to see normally is you see the Lucio is the one who's making the calls. Obviously it's a mixture of calls because everyone's spread out. You don't have an overview of what's going on. You can only see what you can see first person. But genuinely the shots get called by the Lucio, and Lucio tends to know what they're talking about. So hopefully we're going to be entering into the game fairly soon. See what's going to happen. I know, right? GG Blizzard, guys. What do you make of the first game? Let's see what you got. I mean, how did you do? How do you feel for the Anna play of the game? First game of week 2. Anna gets play of the game in game 1 on Dorado. Obviously, it was Asterix who picked that up. Zambu, playing a bit of a mixture of heroes. Was on the Winston for a little bit. I honestly don't think it was as impressive as his counterpart against him. However, he did his job. He fulfilled the role he needed to, and it let Hitman and it let Gunvelt play their role really well. Soulkiller, really big Zarya player, and lands so many key ultimates every time. Plays fantastically well on that. So hopefully we'll get to see some of those massive ultimates come through, these big team fight engages, which EvH have been doing a really good job of. so far. Just playing really, really tight team fight with really, really tight calls and playing fantastically well. I see how that's going to work out. I'm just kind of stalling for time, as everyone can probably tell. Struggling to enter a game. Hopefully it doesn't persist for too long. But yeah, we are obviously with a new patch. There are been a couple of in-game bugs which are holding us back at this point in time. So hopefully we're going to have something fairly soon. Always fun. Man, I miss Chronicle at moments like this where I have someone to talk to. Just sitting talking to myself. Did get teased with some action, but hopefully we'll see who's going to be the one who's going to get this sorted. While we've got a chance, might as well talk about a few more players on the team here. Berry J, a player I can't exactly remember what role he played last season for the side of Paradigm6. Remember he played it very well, if I believe, right? I think he was a bit of a Farah player. I could be completely wrong. He could have played a completely different role. So hopefully we'll get to see what role he played and I can be corrected. It's hard for a play-by-play caster to talk like a color caster and feel gap alone. Looks like a lot of people, I've seen a lot of chat from people within the game as well, also saying they've got problems going on in quick play. So it seems like this issue is going to be a problem lying on Blizzard's end. So hopefully whatever issue it is going to get fixed out soon. It's probably something to do with the sheer amount of players who've just been logged off and logging back on. So as they slowly funnel people back in, hopefully we should get that back in one more time. I mean, here we go. Loaded into Dorado. Sorry about the wait, guys, but we are finally live once again. Unless it's again once I've been disconnected. We were last time. Looks like this is the one. Looks like we're going to go live onto Dorado. Sorry about all of the technical issues. Didn't account for a patch getting dropped halfway through the tournament. Game-breaking patch. Berry J, there we go. Diva player. Now I remember. Not Farah. Guess they both have rockets. Thank you so much for bearing with us through all these problems. Asperix going to be picking up his Ana once again, and Hitman potentially going to be rolling on the Widowmaker. So we might have two Widowmakers against each other here. However, I feel that Paradigm6 might be trolling us a little bit with the Torbjorn, the Widowmaker, and the Hanzo. So it looks like we're finally live. We've got Paradigm6 on the offense, first of all. They will be going up against EvH, who will be doing a defense here. EvH, strong defense on that first map on Dorado of the day against Entropy. See how they're going to do it. Solex going onto his patented Reaper. Played really well on it. Obviously, we're not quite on the Reaper patch we were on last season. Zhui picking up potentially the Bastion. We did see a bit of Bastion from Zhui last season, so maybe he's going to pull something out. Hopefully soon. See whether or not that's going to be what's going to come out, as we got 1 second on the clock. Teams coming out.
The payload is in my charge.
They're going to get themselves on the point. We're seeing EvH taking that high ground. We always talk about that, as unfortunately we will get a pause. Looks like we're going to get ourselves a little bit of lag here, straight off the bat. Straight away, we get through, we tease you, and then a pause comes through because we like to troll you proper. I think it's probably down to the new patch again, a couple of lag issues. Hopefully that will get set fairly soon. Guys, what do you make of the comps? I can now actually talk about something because we obviously got people on different teams. Hitman is going to be playing the McCree. Like I was saying earlier, a massively flexible player, got a very diverse pool of heroes he can play. Now picking up the McCree, I want to see how he's going to make use of it. Obviously, McCree's mobility is quite low, but you do want to be flanking on him. You do want to be getting that kind of high ground flank. So let's see whether or not he's going to make use of that, or whether or not he's just going to get completely oppressed, because he will be going against Gotiki on the Tracer. And Gotiki's very good. So we loaded back on, and it's that protect the Bastion comp we all hate, where you put a Reinhardt, and he has a Reinhardt standing in front of him, you get the Bastion. Seeing both the teams just go through very aggressively. XI is going to get stunned up. He's going to throw himself down the hill, but he's going to get Asterix, throws out himself, gets himself first kill of the game. And Gunbelt with a charge forward. Asterix once again on fire on the Ana, gets himself a double kill. Hitman manages to get himself one, and Soul Killer himself up one more kill. Fantastic defense coming through from EvH to get himself a few kills. Way figures out that the Bastion isn't going to work out for him here, so he's going to switch himself onto the Genji. Now, can he make use of this? Is a stronger map for Genji than the maps we've seen him on recently, i.e. King's Road. Lots of flanking opportunity, lots of close moves for him to get on. Let's see whether or not he's going to make good use of that. As Paradigm6 go for one more offensive push forward. Charge is going to come forward, and now we're going to see Very J manage to get himself one. He's going to get himself a second with the charge. That's going to be Sway getting himself one more kill as they're going to charge forward. Paradigm6 looking to absolutely wreck through the backline, but no, Gotiki comes through the double kill. The sticky grenade is thrown down, but actually going to get himself one. He does manage to get himself a triple kill. Gotiki comes up huge on the Tracer. Sway dashing forward, going to try and interrupt people, trying to stop it as Paradigm6 makes EvH look absolutely weak on the first point, and they push through with easy work. Sway playing incredibly aggressive, dashes back to the safety of his team. Really well played.
This payload sucks!
Now I'd like to see how teams are going to play this next point. How are they going to hold this out? Look where Zway's playing. He's playing against that point where he can kind of sit on the balcony just off to the side. Solex gets himself a double kill. Hitman being pretty impressed here on his McCree. This is Very J with a very aggressive charge forward. That was useful. Dragon Blade's going to get underneath by Zway. Zway manages to get himself one. Solex gets himself another. Paradigm6 playing incredibly aggressive and far forward. Got all of their offensive heroes forward. Triple offense. Gonna see the sticky grenade come out from Gotiki as he manages to get himself one. Now I remember everyone flamed me in sponsor calling Gotiki last season. I can't remember how you pronounce his name, so unfortunately you're gonna have to deal with it as the Earth Shatter lands onto everyone. Paradigm6 looking for one more against Hitman coming on top of the heel, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. No, Zambu with a fantastic hook manages to get it. This is too little, too late. Sway picks himself up one. Solex with two. Yes, standing through with the heels, making sure everyone stays alive. Solex comes up with a triple kill on the soldier, and this triple offensive team coming from Paradigm6 is doing so much work. 4 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. Paradigm6 have pushed the point through onto point 3, and they're looking for an easy closeout. Triple offense. Maybe what they needed to kind of bust the tanks. This Sway is going to take a 1v1 against the Roadhog. Dashes out as he gets the healing block on him. Looking to just play incredibly aggressive. Solex, fantastic shot. Jungle hopping forward. Now we're going to see the sound barrier come out. Are we going to see the fight come through? EvH needs to kind of pull himself together, needs to pull himself a fight at the least, but the ultimates are there. Solex almost has his ultimate available to him. Jeff and Gotiki holding on to theirs. I think we're going to see Paradigm6 hold their ulti and just hold out for a little bit. Asterix manages to get himself a kill, and so does Hitman and Zambu. So EvH walked this last push, but look how close the payload is. They need to push it back. And let's take a look at the ultimates. Ultimate's almost up for quite a few members on both teams. Gunvolt and Hitman very close. Asterix very close to that nano boost. Soul Killer and Zambu have their ultimate available as well. So Solex just got access to his tactical visor. So need to take advantage of the short window they've got. Way running very low, but the sound barrier is going to come out. That's going to be the Graviton Surge. Gotsky with one. Very J is going to get himself another. Zambu throws out the full hog and picks himself at one, but so Killer got 3 kills here. Now it's going to be Paradigm6 to get himself on the point as the kills are going relatively even across the board. EvH obviously have got a closer respawn and they're going to get there. The charge is missed by Very J. Gotsky managed to pick up Soul Killer nonetheless, but the rocket shot comes through for Gunbelt, manages to get himself one as Hitman did pop his ultimate, gets himself a double kill. I think Paradigm6 needs to sit back, replenish where they're at. See the nano boost almost available. Gotsky about to get his ultimate as way so close to his.
You're going to live.
Hopefully they're going to find themselves a good fight anytime soon. See, Zway almost got access to that Dragon Blade. Tracer's ultimate, very short cooldown. You see it used quite offensively. Zambu hiding behind that door, looking for a hook onto a key member. Zway looking for that time moment. Zambu isn't going to land the hook, so now we might see the fight come through. Gunbelt charges forward, XIXI goes down. That's going to be Asterisk. It's a 2-2 so far. Both teams fighting as Solex gets nano boosted. Actually doesn't find anyone with it, as EvH do still find the favourable fight. 2 minutes on the clock, and we're still looking for the kill. Solex now with Gotsky all alone, looking for someone as Zambu taking shots in the head. Is going to be trying to trade kill for kill. Solex does manage to take out Soul Killer. Hitman takes himself out, taking Solex. Obviously, he does do damage to himself with the rocket. And now we're seeing Paradigm6 just desperately trying to dash forward, not trying to lose the push they just gave, even though they lost the fight. Very J does have access to his ultimate, so keep your eyes on that. That could be game changing. Soul Killer doesn't quite have his Graviton Surge, which really forced the last fight for them. Now we're seeing people charging their ultis up, looking for anything. Gotsky looking for it. That's going to be the sound barrier. So ultimate can be thrown out defensively by EvH. Zambu with a full hold, picks up one way, takes out Hitman. So one of the defensive characters is down. Gotsky picks up Christo, so the healers are down. Now we're seeing offensive push from Paradigm6. They're looking for it. Gotsky gets himself a double kill. Solex with another. Soul Killer goes down. The ultimate has been thrown out by Mary J, so he is out of ulti. But now we're going to see the Graviton Surge come through. It might be too little. It might be too late. Christo coming through, gets taken out. The ultimate Battle Rider is going to be thrown out by Solex. He gets himself a double kill. And we are going to see, with 45 seconds on the clock, Paradigm6 managed to close it out with a 3 points taken. Let's see whether or not EvH can do the same, or will they get taken out?
Switching sides.
47 seconds on the clock. Incredibly close series. Very exciting to watch. I think this might be a little bit closer than Entropy versus EvH. It looks like Paradigm6 showing EvH. Actually, they're not the strongest here. Paradigm6 were a semi-finals team, so do have it within them, and did show up massively in that first round here on Dorado. I wonder if Zway's going to stick onto that Genji. He had a, I'm going to say it, he had a bit of a lackluster appearance on it. While he had some decent picks, I think it all came down to Gotsky and Solex. Gotsky on the Tracer, absolutely fantastic flanking, and Solex doing so much damage on the soldier. I mean, to be honest, it is obviously expected. You do expect to have a soldier pump out damage. It's pretty easy to pump out damage on him, but however, he did do it well. He got himself in the perfect positions, and he was shooting down the whole time, and he was so hard to get off that perch on that third point, and that's what forced EvH back onto the back foot while Gotsky was behind the enemy team. So maybe we're going to see something a little bit more exciting come out. We are actually going to have ourselves this new reworks for Metra. I say new reworks Metra, new to us because obviously we've had a break over Christmas, so we missed it all. What you see a lot of Symmetras do is exactly what Jeff has done. Put the little webcams down just outside the door, so you can charge that ultimate up ASAP. And look at the positioning of the cameras. Run right above the spawn door and one above the arch. Now he's going to fall back defensively to his team. Obviously, those turrets won't last forever, but so they'll refresh, so then he can cover the arch in them. As you can see that 4% on his ultimate already, 5%. It's not a lot, but obviously now he's on the 10%, and that's charging. You want to get the Symmetra turret charged up ASAP. So Symmetra can place that shield generator or can place the teleporter. In this case, I expect to see the teleporter. Obviously, we are seeing Zambu on the Genji this round, so looking to try and thwart anything. And Gotaki is going to be on the Mei, so look to freeze people up, pin them in place. These symmetric turrets are so irritating if you're playing Genji because he can't reflect them. Very J is going to take out Gunbel. And Jeff doing a pretty decent job here on the Symmetra. I've been paying a little bit too much attention to that because we are seeing a lot of work coming out from the side of Paradigm6. Doing a really, really good job at defense here. Now Jeff with 99% is now got his ultimate. Let's see which one he's going to place down. Probably going to be the teleporter, yeah. Placing it fairly far back so it doesn't get taken out, but it's still closer. So if anyone does drop, they'll be able to join relatively fast. Hitman on the Widowmaker. Let's see whether or not he can make work of it. It's Solex versus Hitman trying to snipe each other out on these Widowmakers. I'd like to see whether or not we're going to see Widowmaker. Yes, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see Hitman come down. And he's going to get himself down. Hitman, fantastic flank. He gets himself a snipe off the Solex. Obviously, we are seeing the team wipe come through. And Paradigm6 actually falling through a little bit onto the back foot here. EvH have managed to push the point. Going to throw out the item coming through from Gotaki here. So they are going to try and pin him in place. Gotaki is going to get dropped by Asterix. Another healing grenade coming through. Sway just getting lasered down by Soul Killer. Paradigm6 had a fairly strong defense, but it looks like it's fallen apart on this first point. Let's see whether or not we're going to see anything else. The Nandamus was thrown down. There's going to be the Earth Shafter. Hitman and Zambu managed to take himself back kill. Are we going to get anything else coming through? Gotaki with one. Now the Blizzard's thrown down. It's going to land onto the team. They're going to freeze them in place. Can they actually get anything out of it? No, because Asterix and Zambu just make work of Paradigm6. They got 4 minutes to get through, but they do manage to take the first point.
Coming at you.
Fantastic defense starting through coming from Paradigm6. However, EvH did a really, really good job of turning that around. And yeah, we have seen the Symmetra switch just because unfortunately it didn't quite do exactly what they needed it to do. So we are going to see the switch coming through, and it's going to be the Tracer getting picked up again. So I really like Gotaki's Tracer, so I'm very excited to see how he's going to play it. Probably the best Tracer in the league. So, past it. We are actually seeing EvH just kind of making easy work of this push here. Now we're going to see the ultimates come through from Zway. Zway throws out one. The sound barrier is going to come through. The Graviton Surge as well to back it up. It looks like EvH are going to take the best of the fight as Soul Killer and Zambu take themselves two. Zambu with the double kill, looking for more. XI, all alone on the Ana versus the Roadhog and a Reaper. No, Roadhog with Reinhardt, sorry. Don't want to be there. Gunbelt managed to get himself a double kill. EvH, 2 minutes 53, pushing it through, making easy work of Paradigm6, who had such a strong push at the beginning of the game. Not what you expected to see. Are we going to see this come through to a tiebreaker? Oh, Paradigm6 going to make the miracle steal. The Earth Shafter, the Nano Boost, Berry J looking for something. Solex managed to get himself one. XI does a really good job. Now we're seeing a triple, 3 kills, 4 kills coming through for the side of Paradigm6. They managed to hold out a really strong defense there. Fantastic defense. The last second as Shui has switched himself onto the Genji. See, ultimate's charging. Asterix has his available. Zway and Gotaki don't quite have theirs either, but Gotaki is obviously a very fast charging ultimate on the Tracer. Very speedy. And XI just healing him up. See, Asterix is the only one with an ultimate in the game, so is he going to nano boost? Probably not. Probably going to hold it for a little bit more. See how it's going to go. EvH taking this high ground approach, trying to get themselves down. Obviously, easier to land headshots if you're higher, so they want to stay high. They want to try and shoot down onto the payload, but obviously the longer they do this, the harder it makes for them to actually get the payload, because as you're seeing Jeff, my name is Jeff, is standing on the payload, just pushing it back, pushing it further away from EvH's goal. And now we're seeing them take this alternative route, trying to get themselves onto the other half of the bridge, but it feels like Paradigm6 are aware of this as they backed off, so they're trying to get out of Gunbelt's charge range. Barry J, the only one standing forward. He is going to get knocked back, and now Jay manages to push it back his way. Throwing out the Dragon Blade, manages to get himself one. Can he make anything else of it? Skotiki with the ultimate manages to get himself one. Solex also picking one up. Triple offensive coming out of Paradigm6. Fantastically coming through. Zway manages to get himself a double kill. Now looking for a kill a little bit more. Can he find it? Soul Killer is going to get dropped by Gotiki. Gotiki has been playing out of his mind this series on the Tracer. Gets himself a double kill. Zway swings back to the payload. EvH do have their push thwarted. Let's see how they're going to turn this around. Can they turn it around is the question. 38 seconds, 34 seconds, sorry, left to go. And the prep time that EvH just used to get themselves up to that high ground and work the way all the way around the long way to get back onto the payload, they don't have time to do that. They need to get on the payload and they need to get pushing. They can't waste their time with trying to get this positional advantage because it's not going to work out as Barry J charges Gunbelt back. That's going to be the EvH onto two. Barry J gets himself one. Hitman throws up tactical flies at the sound barrier. He's also thrown out. Double kill on the Hitman. Can he get anything else? It looks like actually Gotiki isn't going to land the sticky grenade onto anyone as Solex and Gotiki trying to work out whatever they can for Solex. He's going to get it dropped. And now we're forcing the overtime. Gotiki just trying to be a nuisance. Trying to wear that overtime through, trying to save his team's time. Zway can't really 1v1 a Zara. It's not particularly his strongest suit. Now the rest of Paradigm6 trying to pick themselves up, but the ultimate is going to get thrown out. This was what they needed. Barry J misses the ultimate. The Earth Shatter lands onto Solex alone. Solex put to sleep. Can he stay alive? I think he will, but he's not going to be completely useful. Zway going to get bopped back by Jeff. Zambu picks up Zway, sorry. Jeff manages to get Gunbelt. Now we're seeing Soul Killer. He's awake. He's alive. It's just Zambu. It's just Christo. And XI is keeping them healthy. Jeff is keeping Solex healthy, trying to lay out the damage, trying to get themselves a kill. This is a scramble as overtime is wearing out, but he's not worn out yet. It's so close to wearing down. Hitman is going to get dropped by Solex. Barry J charges forward, doesn't land it, and that is it with the double kill. Solex gets it. Match complete. Paradigm6 take it 3-2.
Final score.
Very, very close round there, guys. Sorry, 3-1. Didn't even get to the second one. Let's see who gets player of the game. I'm expecting to see one of Barry J's ultimates potentially be the one to get it. He's also got a fantastic Reinhardt skin. Gotta give it to him for that. There we go.
Are you ready? Here I come.
Multiple members. Sets up the team fantastically there for the ultimate as you see him just mop up afterwards. This game went incredibly to the wire. Very, very clutch. Paradigm6 do pull out the win, however. So they're one up in this best of 3. Let's see whether or not they can close that out in a 2-0.
For the glory.
Crush EvH just like they crushed Entropy. Or will EvH manage to figure out what went wrong and pick themselves up and take it into the third game? You'll find out what map we're going to be loading onto shortly, guys, and then we're going to